So we're learning new things and adding on to our bedroom. And what I'm interested in showing you today is how to add a blanket or a cover over this bed. So I'm going to get rid of the pillows. I need the bed. In fact, I'm going to rename the bed so I know where it is. I'm going to go double click on cube and type in bed. Um, that'll help me identify that later. And I can get rid of some of these other, I'll keep that one too, some of these other objects. So I just want to lay a cover over this bed. So I need to add a plane, and of course I want it hanging over the edge of the bed, so it does need to be bigger. And if I drop this on the bed, this would like lay over the edges. That's what I want. So I'm trying to get this in the spot of where this blanket would lay. So I have that now. I also want to edit this and subdivide it. So I'm going to break this down. So that just subdivided it into 25%. I'm going to subdivide it, keep subdividing it. That's probably good right there. And you kind of use your own judgment, and you'll see what I mean in a minute, what happens with the subdivision. So I did subdivide it. I'm going to go back to object mode. So I want this to fall on to the bed, and then it'll wrap around the bed. So I need to work with both the bed and now this plane, which is going to be the blanket. I might even want to mess with this, the flooring, but let's just see what it does at some point. So I need to work with the physics properties. And this bed is a collision object. I need this blanket to fall on the bed. It's going to collide with it, and it needs to interact with it. So I'm setting it up to be a collision object. And there's some settings. I can look through these settings. There's nothing I need to change right now. I'm going to go back to the blanket. The blanket is a collision object as well. It needs to interact with this bed, but I also need to tell it that it's cloth. So it has both properties, cloth properties and a collision properties. And I can look through this. It has stiffness and tension. You can check the settings out, but ultimately I'm going to hit play. And you saw that the blanket wrapped around the bed, which is what I want. Maybe I could make it a little longer and try it again. But it goes by where the subdivides are. So maybe I would want to edit it to have more subdivisions if it looks a little really choppy, if it looks really jagged. But I'm going to accept this as it is right now. But I don't like that it has an animation on it. We really haven't worked with animation at this point in our tutorials and our lessons. So I need to show you, this is the timeline down here. We aren't going to animate too much right now. I just want to look at this blanket to kind of get it where I want it to. It looks pretty natural right there. And I'm going to click on this wrench, the wrench from modifiers. And I want to apply the collision and apply the cloth. And that pins it to the bed, so I don't have any more animation anymore. I have the cloth on the bed. I'm going to want to add materials to the blanket or the sheet. So let me go ahead and do that. And I'm going to give it a purpley color. That clashes so bad. A light pink will work. But I have the blanket hanging on my bed, so we're slowly developing this bedroom.